Today, I'm going to answer the question, what's it like to have an alcohol-free holiday? What is an alcohol-free holiday like? Hi, I'm Coach Ruby. I'm an alcohol freedom coach, and I want to tell you what it's like, okay? So first, I'm going to start with what it used to be like, and then I'll tell you what it's like now. So I would show up at a holiday party, like a family party, and maybe you know what this is like. And maybe I might even have drank a few drinks before. And then I get to the party and I would want to numb out. I would think I needed it to celebrate. Our family would start with champagne and have mixed drinks and wine and after dinner drinks. We would drink quite a bit. Here's the thing. What I noticed is I didn't know how to stop. I would drink until I passed out almost every single night for years and years and years and years. I knew that something wasn't right with my drinking because it just kept increasing and increasing, but I didn't know how to get help. I really, really didn't. And it was like I just kept going on this cycle. I couldn't figure out like how to get off. I tried a couple of different times, but I know that holidays seemed to be almost worse in terms of how much I would drink. And what ended up happening so many times, and this was kind of embarrassing, but I would end up weeping. I would end up really sad. I would start thinking of really sad things that had happened in my life. And that is not how I want to show up in the world. I do not want to show up in the world where I'm supposed to be at a fun family holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's, and I'm the one crying at the end of the evening because I just kept drinking and drinking. Then the next morning, I would wake up and realize I never even connected with any of my family. Or if it was like New Year's Eve, I didn't really connect with any of my friends. I don't know if you know what that's like either. To wake up the next morning and not remember, did I have good conversations with people? Did I say things that I regret? I couldn't remember sometimes. Oftentimes I would remember, though, that I would have this sinking feeling that I had been crying and just bringing down the whole party. That is not how I wanted to show up. So over the years, it took me about 7 years of realizing that really had a problem and I wanted to address this. I started to have health issues. My heart was hurting, liver was hurting, brain fog all the time, lack of, memory loss, all of these things. I just want you to know, though, even if you haven't gotten as far as I got, you don't have to go down to some sort of rock bottom. You don't. As long as you know that you don't feel good or you wish you had more going on in your life, or you start to wonder, is alcohol like the thing that's causing the issues in your life? Maybe your aspirations in life, you just aren't living up to your full potential. You're not doing the things you want to do. You're not showing up for your family, your kids, your friends is like you should. Now let's get to the good part. What is an alcohol-free holiday like? So the first time I had a major holiday alcohol-free, I prepared. I prepared a lot of different things. I prepared my alcohol-free or NA beverages. What am I going to drink? And I kind of had fun with it. You can have so much fun with this. What are you going to drink? But you could have like an NA beer, NA wine. You could create a fun mocktail. I like pretty simple. I would throw a couple of LaCroix, sparkling waters into my purse. I always brought something with me just in case wherever I am, they don't have what I need. So that's tip. I have like tips that I can share with you, but have fun with it. What are you going to say if people ask you, why aren't you drinking? You can come up with in advance what you're going to say, what you're not comfortable saying. You don't have to say anything. There's so many ways to get around this. One simple thing I did was I said I'm on a keto diet, which was true, but it wasn't the whole story. But I just said I can't have alcohol because I'm on a keto diet and I'm trying to lose weight. Period. You can also answer things in the positive. Like when someone says or asks you, hey, do you want a glass of wine? You can say, I'll have a drink. Yes. And then say, I'll have whatever it is that you decided to have, like a Diet Coke or something. Okay. There's so many tips and tools I can share with you. It might be a little awkward the first time, But if you prepare in advance, how are you going to get through the cravings? Maybe you have someone you can call or somebody you can reach out to. There's that. But here's the good part. There are some things that you might need to work out in advance, like maybe you want to leave early or plan to drive yourself so that you can leave whenever you're ready to leave. Lots of tips and tools. I have so many more to share, but how does it really feel? I was able to really be present. I mean, I know this is kind of like a play on words, but be present this holiday. It's so beautiful. I started to feel so much more gratitude. I wasn't focused on when am I going to drink next or what's my next glass of wine or beverage. I just got to have really good conversations. I got to connect with the kids. You know, if you have kids or like teenagers in your family, normally I would have just been interested in how much I was drinking and hanging out with the adults to drink. I brought lots of fun games every year since, but I bring board games and games, and I spend time with the kids and teenagers. You know, otherwise the parents are drinking, the teenagers or kids are just sitting there on their phones, not even talking. So I love it. I brought games, so we would play Catan or, I'm trying to think of the other games, but lots of fun games. There's so many games. I love all board games. And if you look at my YouTube channel, you're going to see all my games that I love. But so what else is it like? I really enjoyed the food more. What's an interesting fun fact is that alcohol, it's an anesthesia and it numbs even your tongue. And you think that alcohol or like wine and food, it pairs and it enhances, but actually it numbs your tongue. And food tastes so much better alcohol-free. It truly does. I just noticed the beauty of everything. I was able to help around with the dishes and setting of the table and really feeling like I had great conversations. I don't know how much I can say about that. And waking up the next morning without a hangover, waking up the next morning, having memories of the holiday, waking up the next morning like with no regrets, waking up the next morning saying, I did not get weepy. I stayed, aware and present the entire time. Now, if I did have any kind of a craving or urge, I had tools in advance that I was going to use. One of them was I would go use the restroom and just ground myself, kind of be mindful. And cravings really only last 15 to 20 minutes. So maybe you go outside, walk around the block. There's ways to handle all of these things, and I can help you. So if you'd like to have an alcohol-free holiday this year, try my alcohol-free holiday survival guide. I created a whole guide just for you if you'd like to try this. Give it a try. If you go into it with curiosity and just see what happens, like prepare and then see what happens, you're just going to get so much information and what's the worst that could happen? You might just have the most amazing holiday ever. So this is what I want to share with you. I wanted to share what an alcohol-free holiday is like and that it truly builds memories. I'm present. I enjoyed the food more. And I really, really love it. And then I leave when I'm ready to leave. And I'm just observe everything, play games with the kids or adults, whatever. There's lots of fun adult games too, if the adults want to play. All right. Feel free to work with me. I'm doing a dry January program. If you want to start in January, I have a alcohol-free holiday survival guide. If you want help with having an alcohol-free holiday, or if you want to just really consider trying an alcohol-free lifestyle. I'm a life coach. This is what I do. I've helped so many people and they get results and it's actually fun too. So thank you for listening and please join and subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit my website. All right. Thank you so much. I'm Coach Ruby.